All right, this is Jaime with the band 1967 again, doing these interviews with past and present band members. I've got Sho Wie on the line. Are you there, Sho Wie?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, you too. We're definitely grateful for the time that we've had with you in the band. It's been an awesome experience so far. Again, as everyone knows, I do suck at writing melodies. I suck at songwriting, and my voice is horrible. So, Sho Wie, when did you start playing drums?
My mom said I started when I was three or four. I had a little toy snare drum. There's some pictures of me playing a little tiny drum, and I don't know. I guess just play that. Come in pots and pans things. And my uncle used to, he used to play too when he was young, a little youngster. So I don't know, kind of just went from there. But kind of left that. As a kid, growing up playing sports, played some little league. Then I started getting serious when I was 17. I believe that was in 2001. So getting back into it, learning the basics, actually.
Oh yeah, that's incredible. Who would you say your favorite drummer is?
Too many, I have to say right now. I can't say what's my most favorite. They're all different. I've learned so many different ones. Obviously, the most everyone would say, and I would agree with them, is Neil Peart, Danny Carey from Tool, Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters, well, Dave Grohl too from Nirvana. It's also independent ones like Tony Royster Jr., Eric Moore, Thomas Pridgen, and the legendary Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, Max Roach. Just those kinds. Those kind of back in the day drummers, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even today, like some of the local drummers here, they're all good friends I know that I learn from. So, every time I'm just learning, every time I play. So,
I completely agree.
Big old group.
Completely agree. What is the thing that prompted you to start playing drums?
Just, when you're in high school and you started thinking about playing, you had friends that played already. They've been playing since they were a kid. That carried on all the way to high school. And I just had some friends. Some play guitar, some play bass. One of my other buddies played. Actually, Mikey, the original drummer, and now he's now a guitarist for Ethan 103. He was drumming first before I joined the band, and he already had a kit, and I just kind of wanted to play. I know I played when I was a kid, but it just kind of had that feeling I wanted to get back into it.
Huh.
So I just went ahead and borrowed VHS tapes of learning how to play, like the basics, and then the internet back then with the dial-up connections and all that.
Interesting. Who is your favorite band?
Favorite band? I think when I was a kid, it was mostly rock ones. I would say Queensryche, Eddie Money, Metallica, and then from that to punk, like Green Day, Blink-182, NXPX, all the way to that, and then it just kind of went up from there. Those are probably like my early years as a child and a teenager.
Jet City Woman!
Yeah.
That's my favorite Queensryche song, man.
That is my favorite too. When you hear the hi-hats and then you hear that bass line, that was just awesome. Even hearing that dude, wasn't it Jeff Tate?
Was that Chris? What's the drummer's name? Chris something?
I think so. But right now, back then, Jeff, he was the dude when I grew up hearing a guy sing really low and then regular and then high notes, all that, all over the range. Like, it was just crazy. You just know that voice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. There's something about that band. They were really locked in with the bass sound, like the bass guitar with the the drumming was really, really, really locked in rhythmically.
Locked in, different signatures, you know. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't really pay attention to that, but then after playing with different people and learning their styles, like, wait a minute. And I go back to listening to my favorite album, Empire, obviously.
Okay.
I hear those weird changes, like, oh, geez, I didn't even notice that. But now, it's like, oh, I want to learn that now, you know?
Totally. And what was your first concert?
First concert. It was in the reservation. I'm originally from Winter Rock. When it was like, you know, the Navigation Fair, so I would say when I was a child, it was Coolio.
Yeah. Good dude.
Coolio came to Winter Rock, Arizona. That's what's kind of funny to me.
It's a great rapper, for sure.
Legend, yeah, you know, back in the day. If I remember correctly, he did it at they call it the Winter Rock Sports Center. Yeah, I think they call it Civic Center. And, yeah, if I remember correctly, he was doing his gig, his show, and then all of a sudden, he just left. Like, he didn't say bye or anything. The lights turned off, and he just left. And people thought, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Mm-hmm.
Never returned. There was no spotlight, nothing. He just disappeared.
Completely vanished.
Yeah.
Coolio, did you say Window Rock, Arizona?
Yeah. The capital of the Navajo Reservation, up north. About, from here in Tempe, Arizona, it's about 4.5, 5-hour drive.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's home.
How come you picked drums over anything else? I mean, you had a bunch of other opportunities to play music. Why drums?
Just, you know, seeing drummers on TV. You know, I used to go to church when I was, well, you know, parents make you go to church. And they would, I used to come here on the weekends to spend time with relatives. And then on Sundays there'd be church. But then I'll be hearing gospel drumming. Like, well, before I knew what gospel drumming was, I would hear the drums just going all over the place. The drummer would be, you know, just hitting the skins like left and right and just having a good vibe of it. And I don't know, it just, when I was a kid, I wanted to just go up there. You know, when they left the kit, I wanted to go in and see what they're playing.
Huh.
And I didn't even pay attention to the bass or the guitar, nothing. I just walked straight over to the kit, like looking at it, you know, like, oh, I want to play that, but you can't. You have to ask, or they won't let you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who would you say your biggest influences are, Sho Wie?
Well, I started getting more serious into drumming when I was playing punk music with friends. So, just, you know, the SoCal punk bands, you know, if I had to narrow it down to drumming-wise, I would say a mixture of Trey Cool from Green Day, Travis Barker from Blink-182, this guy named Damon. He used to play with this band called Phoenix DX. Shoot. I can't remember his name, from Unreal Law. Damn it. I have all these names in my head. I would go with those, at least punk band genre-wise, those lads. You know what? Brooks Wackerman from Bad Religion. Well, now he's the drummer for Avenged Sevenfold. And I would have to say, to the complete opposite side, Lars Ulrich. When I first started playing and I first got my first kit, I had to have it angled. I wasn't used to playing flat. I had to have it angled just like him and Dave Lombardo, just to get used to it. So those dudes would be my influences. Lombardo, Ulrich, Pierce, obviously, yeah, too, and Bud Rich, yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to set up 2 drum kits to get a double kick, and we'd play Metallica songs, like And Justice for All's album. Like,
Yeah.
my brother and I would, he'd play guitar and I'd play some drums and just wing it, you know, play some And Justice medleys. It's couldn't get a double kick pedal. We just hey, let's put 2 drum kits together. But yeah, Metallica, man, big part of my history too. That's awesome. What kind of gear are you using right now?
Right now, I have the LCD Love Custom custom kit, California. From what I know, the owner's name is, or the maker, his name is Buddy Love. As far as I know. I use that on bigger gigs, you know. But then since the COVID happened, I've been playing at smaller places. So I have recently bought a 5-piece Tama maple kit. It's blue. I call it blue. So I also got drum hits on the top that are blue. So whenever my friends are around, they see it, and hey, blue, or you're my boy, blue. That's what I have.
My boy Blue.
My boy blue.
You mentioned Brooks from Bad Religion. That guy is a complete badass, by the way.
Yeah, he is fast, dude. I mean, totally fast. I give him props for leaving, but he still keeps that speed. He's all drums.
Oh yeah, I saw a video with him, and it was like the original lineup was all together. It was like a 6-7 piece band, like where Brett was back on guitar. There's a video of them playing live like 5-10 years ago. It's pretty amazing. I think Brooks was playing drums on it. I was like, I'd never even seen him play in that band. I was freaking blown away. It's like, he's so technical.
Yeah, he really is technical. Like when he does like some easy beats, and then all of a sudden, without you knowing it, he speeds up and has some crazy shuffles on his feet.
Yeah, like using the left foot hi-hat shit when he's playing ride cymbal and stuff like that. You're like, dude, you're insane.
Yeah, and he's, his appearance is just like a normal dude. Like he just not out to work.
Yeah.
In corporate, well, everyone's all, leather jackets, eyeliners, and all that stuff.
Now you got
this with a Vans shirt, like, oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm here wearing my Vans shoes or my.
Oh yeah. Now they have like a hard hitting the snot drummer, Jaime Miller's playing with them now, which I love that guy's drumming too. But anyway, that's a whole nother chat, dude. How long did you play in 1967?
I started, I think, back in 2012, maybe 2013. I only played. I didn't really join the band. I was actually just called to fill in on some gigs. I think it was just one, actually, maybe a couple. That was the only time. Wasn't really a member. I just got called.
Yeah, we did a few gigs in the last couple of years. We did a couple in Phoenix and also in New Mexico, right?
That is correct. The one in Farmington, New Mexico, I believe, was that. I think it was called Studio 7 or Studio something. Really small, like hole-in-the-wall, little tiny place.
Oh yeah, and then we played that skate gig with your band Ethan 103.
Yeah, it was the over in Albuquerque. It was the All Nation Skate Jam, where we have bands play in front of kids doing a skate competition and winning some prizes while we're providing some side music. Yeah,
that was cool. It was a lot of fun. We played at some place in South Phoenix too.
The gig I remember playing, was the first time playing with 1967 was at the Sail Inn over in Tempe.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a lot of fun. With Scotty on guitar and Robert on bass.
Robert, yeah. The funny thing is that, I never met those guys. I mean, well, you know what? I think I'm not trying to remember if I met you or the guys at 67 before. There was one time I saw them play at O'Kelly's one time, and it was Nathan, the other drummer, that played, and then Scotty, and then you guys were wailing on a Metallica song. I think it was either before the gig I played or afterwards. But yeah, so as far as me actually playing the gig, it was me, Robert, and Scotty, and Jamie. Yeah.
And I had golf pants on that were like houndstooth, white, black, ridiculous, and a golf hat. It was the stupidest outfit I ever wore.
Your checkerboard pants.
It's horrible. It's on YouTube. Yeah, anybody can find that one. It was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. We winged it for sure. It was totally cool. How was your experience playing in the band?
It was a lot of fun. It was very challenging because when I was called to do it, I mostly wanted to get the material somehow. And I think it was sent through email, and I don't think we rehearsed at all, if I remember correctly. I just, I think it's about 6-7 songs and something like that, and just kept, listening, doing my homework and on it. And then once we started playing, it just kind of flowed. And that's when, we just jammed out there in that small place, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
He was awesome. He was awesome, man.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, stuff's coming in now. Like that one gig we did with those two guys from LA, those brothers, and then Carlo and me and you. I was doing like frontman duties that night at this place in South Phoenix. I can't remember what it was called. 2018 or so? 2019, 2018? What was that place called?
The 910 Club? 910 Live?
Nah, it was like in South Phoenix somewhere, like downtown Phoenix, just south of the city center.
Oh, wait. Was that when I saw you guys play, but I didn't play?
Nah, you played with us that night.
Damn, I'm trying to remember that. I can't. It's not coming to memory right now. I'm trying to think.
It's more recent, but anyway. Yeah, we rehearsed at Band Oasis for a little while with these guys. Like, they pulled into town, and then the next day we did the gig, something like that. Or we did the gig that night. It was crazy.
No. Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, this one was like a couple years ago.
The first time thinking of the first gig, but the other one must have been like maybe 3.
I know, it was crazy. So what would be your most favorite 1967 song?
Let's see if you can help me out on it. It's when my brother ruled the world. When brother ruled the world. Can you help me out on that? What was the title of that?
Oh, Goodbye, My Brother?
Goodbye, my brother. Yeah, that one.
Nice.
Because I think when we played that one like really hit me. The way it sounded, the way the vocals was, the melody, and the music of it. I think it just kind of made me anxious to play that one. I mean, all the other ones were a lot of fun, but I think that one just kind of hit me like it's such a good rockin' song, and the lyrics of it too, and the feel and everything. It just kind of got me all ready to keep rocking it. So I would say that could get by my brother.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Yeah,
I enjoy that.
I don't know. Robert was a founding member of this band, like a couple years before this, and he was playing guitar in it, and then we had a different drummer and everything. But he and I started he brought a couple things to me, and then I started expanding on that song for him. And then this is Goodbye My Brother is this thing that came out, so we kind of collaborated a little bit. It was fun.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Who do you still play with that's in the band?
I haven't really played with any of them. I mean, I'll see Scotty. He lives here in Tempe, but when I have a gig with, I play in a couple of cover bands that back for like the '90s or the grunge era, and sometimes he'll stop by and just do a jam with us. He'll do a song with us on guitar while my buddy's singing. That's about it. Other than that, I'll just see him play his shows before COVID happened. Catch him rocking out with his other band. His main band's called Inept Hero.
Yeah, great band. Scotty's awesome. Love that guy.
No, he killed it, man.
Well,
He just recently got a new guitar, posted it up. I'm like, geez, man, the guy's already good. I mean, how's the guitar going to compete with his playing? But he's got that sound he's looking for, and if he does have that sound, he's going to make it better with that guitar. So he's great, man. He's a talented dude.
I agree. We just play Metallica songs all the time. We'd never really rehearse 67 songs.
Dude, he's got the solos on lock. Like, I just freak out when he does that. He'll put up some clips on the social platforms of him rocking on some solos. Like, man, that's why I'm drumming. I can't do that stuff.
Yeah, like Kirk Hamster solos, Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
What musical idol would you want to meet before you kick the bucket?
Before I kick the bucket, well, he already kicked the bucket, sadly. It would have been awesome to meet Mr. Neil Kirk, the drumming god of all, well, there's many drumming gods, but he was one of my heroes. But the one's still alive. Geez, that's kind of hard to answer right now. Thinking.
Yeah.
Derek Grant. That dude, I mean, he plays guitar too. He's a really good guitar player, but when he's on the drums, he makes everything look so simple. He's like whipping the sticks at the snare or like the cymbals, like it's nothing, like it's a crazy straw. He's like, or like a whip. and he's just so technical on it too, on just a basic 5-piece kit. So yeah, that's who it would be, Mr. DG, Derek Grant.
Yeah, I saw them live with Jordan, a friend of mine. He's the first bassist in 1967. He's like, you got to come check out this band. We went and saw him in Mesa, Arizona. I was like, I'd heard of him, but I was like, he was into him, and yeah, they put on a great show. Just for a 3-piece, I was pretty blown away.
Yeah, he does like some good fast beats, almost like Brooke. He used to play with the Vandals as well as Outline Trio.
Oh wow, the Vandals.
So yeah, he's got some good fast punk roots on that.
Amazing, dude. What's the longest tour you've ever done? You know, how many shows? What did you enjoy most?
I haven't really done much touring through the years. I think the only one I did was like 5 days, just like a week. You know, it was like from Thursday to like a Monday. Pretty much just going to Albuquerque, because we do that every year. With me and my band, Ethan 103, we would find maybe a show here in the valley, then we would go to like Flagstaff or go to our hometown, Thunder Rock, and then we would play we would play once in Albuquerque, then we would play in Santa Fe, then we'd come back and play the next day in Albuquerque, and then we'd just come straight home.
Such a good time. What bands are you playing in now?
Right now, well, original punk bands, I played before the pandemic with obviously Ethan 103. The other one is Sho Wie, which is old Spanish words for old zero. It's the two original members of Authority Zero, Jeremy Wood and Bill Marks. So us three, that's what we're called.
Nice.
Then I play with Perfect Sense, the fast punk band, and now I'm going to be I'm playing with a band, kind of like a reggae Scottish band called Neato, Neato, and that's current. And also current, I'm in two or three, actually I'm in three cover band gigs on the weekends, which is Johnny and the Showalters, which is Johnny Lee and Christian Walker. That's how it came about. And Grunt Sponges, and the third is called Stereo.
August in Stereo?
Those are like on Fridays and Saturdays.
Nice, yeah. I love Johnny Lee and Christian as well. I remember those guys. And then Neato, I've seen that band too. They're a cool band. They've been around a long time.
Yeah, man. Me and Johnny and Christian, we've known each other since the Big Fish Pub days, all the way to about 10 plus years, I would say. So we finally got together and started playing some cover tunes and some originals. So it's been going well, and just trying to play as much as we can, because it's not easy to stay out here, but we're doing the best we can.
Yeah, we can only do the best we can with what we have. It's all we got. What's the craziest thing that's happened on tour?
I had a show in Vegas over at this place called the Double Down, and there were these two dudes. I think they were a couple, and they must have had some kind of fight or argument, and it was around maybe 2 in the morning, and we got done. We were outside taking our gear apart, loading it up, and they had their argument, and then all of a sudden, one leaves, and then he walks away. We're like, okay, and then the other's just hanging around us, and then I guess his friends are like, let's get out of here, let's go. They kind of go around the back of the building, just disappear in the dark, and all of a sudden, the other person comes back, returning, and holds a gun to us and is like, where is he? And then my guitarist's brother, he just kind of panics and he gets down on his knees like, I don't know.
Jeez.
And then I'm just, tired. I'm, kind of had a couple of beers, just relaxed, but I'm just looking over and yeah, he's holding, in my head I'm thinking, all right, he's holding a gun, okay. And I'm just unscrewing the felt off my cymbals, and I'm just looking, and he just, holding his gun and asking everybody, where is he? And I had no idea. But our buddy just kind of went ahead and yelled, I don't know.
Jeez, that's scary, man.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they took off, and then the cops were called, and all of a sudden they just disappeared. And we're just like, what happened?
Oh yeah.
But instead of where is he? It was kind of a feminine kind of yell that you can picture.
Oh yeah.
But it was funny, but it was pretty crazy. Like, yeah, the dude just out of the blue brings a gun out. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on how the music industry operates today?
It's changed so much. That's what I have to say. That it's changed a whole lot. That it just, you know, you obviously we can't play right now, but when it comes to merch and everything, like everything's available on social platforms or on music platforms. In a way, I guess it's okay, but I'd rather keep it the other way, the original way, like having CDs out, you know, so you can buy it, or even go to the mall or something, or even see a record and buy it. I mean, you can still do that, but I think it's just the web and our phones, the technology, it just kind of took everything away, the mysteriousness of trying to get an artist's material, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think it's just changed a lot, you know, and we just have to adapt to it. This is how it is. It's a new thing nowadays.
I agree. Where have you performed? Favorite, least favorite venues, etc.
The least favorite, out of the blue, I'll probably have to go with, I'd say in Scottsdale, it was the Rogue Bar. I mean, it's a hardcore dive bar, yeah, dive. But it just kind of felt weird playing in there. Sadly, it closed down. Yeah, that'd probably be the only weirdest one for now. But I think the best would be the Marquee Theater. It's always been every musician's dream, you can say, to play that theater, because all of our idols, our heroes have played that, and you have our gear on there, and we're on that area where they played, and it's like a thrill, you know, like, damn, they were just here, they played here that night. So that'd be my main favorite.
That's a great venue. What's your favorite song to perform live?
Favorite song to perform live? Playing from like any bands or like anything, or what do you mean? It was a challenge. I'm glad I got it. Soundgarden, the Spell on Black Days.
Yeah, love that.
Because it's slow and everything, but then when we started thinking about playing it, I'm like, all right, I've heard it many times, but I never actually studied it or tried to get used to it, and it was really challenging. There was a couple of times we played a show that I might have missed a beat or two, but we all looked at each other and just kind of, all right, well, it just kind of flowed. And then finally, it's pretty easy. Well, not easy, but still challenging no matter what. I have to keep the beat every time. I'm the backbone. I have to be careful sometimes.
Yeah, I completely agree. Tell me a little bit about Jose Pasillas from Incubus and what you think of his style and drumming.
His style, he's all over the place. His early Incubus albums, he would have some different percussion, different sounds, some different grooves that he would just come up with. And I just like his style. It's so simple, but the way he puts them in his songs, in the band Incubus songs, it's just it's really good. Like, some is mellow, some is off timing a bit. He just has a good groove. And some songs it's just so simple, but the way he plays it live, he rocks it. Well, compared to me when I play, I'm like, oh man, it doesn't look as cool. He's got a whole mix of cymbals and drums and everything, and I try to mimic that, but the fast ones is always fun. That's the main thing.
So pick your favorite album on this following two here: Incubus, Make Yourself, or Incubus, Enjoy.
I have to say none. I would probably say A Crow Left of Murder. I think that's what it's called.
Ooh, a newer one.
Yeah, the kind of newer one, like probably in the mid. After all the albums they've put on, I think that's in the middle.
Okay.
A Crow Left of a Murder. Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. And I used to buy the DVD when they played at Red Rocks. Back in, I think, 2011 maybe it was. Anyway, that DVD, when they played Red Rocks, it was one of the best set lists they had. And then I would have a practice pad in front of me and a TV, and then I would just jam with it. I didn't have headphones, nothing. I just cranked up the volume on the TV and just played with it because it's so cool hearing that live performance.
Outstanding, man. If you could change anything about the music business, what would it be?
Probably less platforms on the web. More of, if you want to get the music, come to the actual venues or come to the actual CD release shows and get it. I kind of like the old school way. I mean, right now it's really accessible and in a way it's useful, but you still kind of want to go back to those good old days of wanting to get that.
I totally agree. Sho Wie, what's next for you, man?
Right now, just try to get through the pandemic safely, along with my bandmates. Because a lot of things are happening right now, but mostly just keep drumming. I don't really get to do that all the time. Not many drummers get to do that every day. Some do, or some don't. But I'm very lucky to actually still play in front of people, even though it's cover band or original gig. Still able to play out there and entertain some people because people are working from home, staying home, and sometimes they need to get out. And I'm glad that the places they choose are the places that I play in, so they can. Because I've had many people come up to me and just say, I'm so glad to see live music, and it just brings smiles to their faces and having a good time. They're staying safe all the time. I see them wearing masks and everything. So that's my job, just to keep playing and entertain these people.
That's great.
It did work. I still work.
Yeah, I love it. Well, hey, we'd like to thank Sho Wie for doing this interview with us. I know he's a busy guy. You're busy. We're grateful that you played with us and are continue to keep playing with us. I'm excited to keep playing with you in the future. I'm pumped.
Yeah, man. Keep in touch. Great to hear from you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a wonderful while. Man, thank you for the time. I really do appreciate it as well, man.